Good morning. My name is Isaac Casher, and I'm honored to serve as your ministerial intern of this congregation, and my pronouns are he, him. Welcome to our service. In this sacred space, we celebrate our humanity, our diversity, and the boundless love that unites us all. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, one that is theologically diverse, radically inclusive, and justice-centered. Our doors swing wide to embrace all who seek and welcome a welcoming place. May our worship today be a source of inspiration, a comfort in challenging times, and a call to action. If you are new here, a hearty welcome to you. We encourage you to come back several times as our services are different each week.
And I'm Benji Messer, music director. I use he, him pronouns. Good morning, everyone. Today, many of our members are marching in the Phoenix Pride Parade, and here in the congregation, we're talking about pride and celebrating with them in spirit. So let's start that by singing together. Our opening hymn was written by Holly Neer for a gathering in San Francisco on the night of the homophobic killing of City Supervisor Harvey Milk, and it's about standing together, letting people know who you are. Please rise in body or spirit. We are a gentle. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people. We are all in this together. We are a land of many colors. We are a gentle, loving people. We are a gentle, loving people. We are singing for our lives. Join me in a quick hum, just humming. Please remain standing for our chalice lighting.
Good morning. I'm Gary Zell, your worship associate today, and my pronouns are he, him. Join me as we recite our covenant, and Chris Thayer lights our chalice. If you are watching remotely and have a chalice with you, please light it now. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to share our strength in fellowship. Thus do we covenant. And while you're standing, turn and smile at the people around you. And also let's give some love to those in Zoom.
Wonderful. You may be seated. I have a few announcements. If you want to learn more about UUism and UUCP, come to our starting point session on the morning of Saturday, November 1st from 9 to 1. You will gain a better understanding of who we are and what we stand for. Bagels, fruit, coffee, and juice will be provided. You can see Compass for more and the website to register. Next Sunday, October 26th, there will be a service about shared ministry of our congregation and how we all share the ministry of this congregation and ministry for the greater world. Following a traditional 45-minute service, we will have a 45-minute fair and roaming coffee hour to learn about all the ways that ministry is being shared at UUCP, including our popular small group ministries. Please note that there will be no formal children's ministry programming next Sunday, as the children are also invited to explore shared ministry. And I'm going to invite John Palumbo for a special announcement.
Good morning. My name is John Palumbo. My pronouns are he, him, and I am your stewardship chair. This year, when we completed our pledge campaign, we fell short of our goal. The UU Foundation of Phoenix has pledged to cover the difference. However, we want to avoid calling on the foundation, if possible, because it takes from the future security of our congregation. To help make up for the gap in our funding, we are calling on you, the UUCP community. Any pledge you make can help ensure the financial security of our beloved congregation. And thanks to the generous pledges of our lead donors, anything you pledge will be doubled. Pledge $50 and it becomes $100. Pledge $500 and it becomes $1,000. We are so grateful for anything that you can give. To increase your pledge or make a new pledge, you can come see me at the back table after service. Need to go home and think about how much you want to pledge? We've got you covered. Grab a business card I forgot to bring one up, with the stewardship email address, and send us an email when you're ready to make your pledge, with your pledge information. So I ask you, how has UCP made a difference in your lives? How has the staff affected you? What is UUCP worth to you? Thank you.
And now, let's draw deeper into the present moment to begin our worship.
Our opening words are from our Unitarian forebear, James Luther Adams. History as a struggle in dead earnest between justice and injustice, looking towards the ultimate victory in the promise and fulfillment of grace. Anyone who does not enter into that struggle with the affirmation of love and beauty misses the mark and thwarts creation as well as self-creation. And now, let's check in with our people at the Pride Parade.
Going to you now. Going to us now. Okay, everyone start cheering! Hi, everyone from the Hi, everyone. I am the Reverend Christine Dance. My pronouns are she and her, and I am proud to be your minister, and I'm out of breath. I am COVID positive. A reminder to please get your vaccines, and that COVID is still here. So I am staying very, very separate from everyone else and the rest of our crew. We are so thrilled to be here at the Pride Parade. It is more important this year than ever that we are here as a religious organization, showing what we believe in, showing up and saying that yes, faith and queerness have a place together. We hope you have a wonderful service there, and we're going to be giving you footage from the parade here so you can see all of the joy, all of the support, the best people watching in all of town, and we are just so thrilled to be here and so glad that you all are there, and I'm so proud to be your minister. Thank you for everything. Have a great service. We'll see you. Happy Pride!
Each week, we split our offering between this congregation and an organization that shares our values. For October, our Share the Plate partner is AZ Typo. AZ Typo is a safe space for families with gender-diverse children. They provide a supportive environment for children, adolescents, their families, to explore issues of gender identity. For all that you give, we are so grateful. Ushers, thank you for your helping hands in helping us pass the plate. We recognize that our lives are interconnected with other critters also. Part of our journey as a community is sharing significant milestones, joys, and sorrows. If you are in Zoom, you can put a note in the chat. If you're in person and want us to read a joy or sorrow next week, fill out a card before service at the small table at the back of the sanctuary. Could you bring my phone? Thank you. Thank you. Today, Joanne B. shares with us, keep my son and his wife in your prayers for their pregnancy, so their future child will be healthy with no suffering. And Ileana Salinas lets us know that her brother is in removal proceedings with a court date on Wednesday, 10/22, hoping for dismissal for good moral character. Let's see if there's anything on that. Pat Olsman shares that today is the one-year anniversary of when we adopted our dog, Mina. We are grateful for her love and her weirdness. And also from Pat, October 21st is United Nations Day. Let us always strive for peace. May our joys and sorrows, those named and those held in the silent sanctuary of our hearts, help us draw closer and care for each other.
I invite you now for a time of meditation and prayer. Take a moment, settle your body, whatever's comfortable for your needs. Take a few breaths and be here in this present moment, knowing that little piggy is out there at the parade, cheering all of us on. These words are by Lori Walk. It's called Everybody's In. Gracious God, is it the glitter? Some people think it's the glitter that makes the Pride Parade like heaven. Pearly gates and streets of gold. Surely heaven has as much glitter as a Pride Parade. There's definitely enough glitter there to make a person believe that the Pride Parade is like heaven. Some people, of course, do not think the Pride Parade is like heaven. After all, who would let all these people in? Surely, there's some kind of form to fill out. One must be given clearance and at least abide by the dress code. Speaking of, what is the dress code for heaven? What documentation is required? Of course, this is the strongest argument that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade. All are welcome. We don't get to decide who is in and who is out. Everybody's in. Everybody. Everybody. Or maybe it's that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade because it is a protest against bigotry, against hate, against fear, a protest against being someone you aren't, against the idea that only some of us are worthy, a protest against anything that does not lift up love. That's quite the parable, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade, where all are welcome and love wins. We'll know it by the glitter and the love. Thanks be to God. Amen, and blessed be.
Let's peek back in on our folks at the parade and feel free to sing to them or to anyone in your heart who's who you think might need it. And they won't be able to hear us, of course, but we can keep them in our hearts anyway. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were once more. Thank you all.
Pride, that's a word and an emotion I've been thinking about for some time. It's a complicated emotion, and I've been wondering what it means and when it is appropriate. For example, what does it mean to say that someone takes pride in their work? To me, it certainly means that they do it consistently well, even when good enough would have been good enough. But it also says something about how they see themselves. If you say, I take pride in my work, this says, this is who I am. When I say that I am proud of my grown children, and I do, it is acknowledging that it acknowledges their accomplishments, and also importantly, their character. Accomplishment without integrity would not warrant an expression of pride. My sister pointed out that if we say, I'm proud of you to a child, that also means you should feel proud of yourself. You're helping them grow their sense of identity. So, pride, that emotion, seems to me to warrant some combination of identity, accomplishment, and effort. What might it mean for me to say that I am proud to be a UU, or I am proud to be an American? For me, it means to be thankful for and committed to the fundamental principles behind those identities, and to acknowledge the effort that went into their creation. It also means that I have an obligation to continue that effort, or the pride is hollow. Last week, I asked Reverend Christine what it means when she says, as she did today, that she is proud to be our minister. Paraphrasing, she said that she acknowledges what this congregation and community has been, and our identity, and her role and responsibility now in leading us onward. She said it's not an individual proud, but more of a collective proud, that we're doing something important together, and she is proud to be part of it. Identity, accomplishment, and effort. Personally, I do not take pride in being a white, cisgendered male. I'm not ashamed of it, but I don't take pride in it. Those are the genetic cards I was dealt. And it has not taken any effort for me to play those cards, not in this society at least, in the time and place of my upbringing. I'm speaking for myself. We heard last week there are others who feel differently. This is the context of today's activity, the Pride Parade. In this society, being openly anything but cisgendered and heterosexual takes effort. It takes courage, especially when it can be dangerous. So, we can be proud of our fellow humans who claim their identity and take pride in it.
Thanks, Gary. Everyone, while I'm tuning, let me thank our AV team, who is doing so much in this service to keep us connected. We did a lot of extra work getting all this going on. Yeah, thank you. All right, here's a song by the award-winning songwriter Namely Brannett, who lived in Tucson for many years, and it's a big song. It's for these folks at the parade and for us, but it's for everyone. Let's see. Here's to all the tough girls, and here's to all the sensitive boys. We belong, and here's to all the rejects, and here's to all the misfits. We belong. And here's to all the brains and the geeks. And here's to all the made-up freaks, yeah. We belong. And when the voices say that we'd be better off running away, we belong anyway. Here's to all the one-hit wonders. Here's to all our mistakes. Diversity. We belong, we belong, we belong. And when the same old voices say that we'd be better off running away, we belong, we belong. And when the same old voices say that we'd be better off running away, we belong anyway.
What's pride? If you ask a Merriam-Webster dictionary, it'll state pride, noun, the quality or state of being proud, such as 1, reasonable self-esteem, confidence and satisfaction in oneself, self-respect. 2, pleasure that comes from some relationship, association, achievement, or possession that is seen as a source of honor, respect, etc. 3, exaggerated self-esteem, conceit. 4, usually pride, an event or series of events celebrating and affirming the rights, equality, and culture of LGBTQ+ people. If you ask a fan of the anime K-pop Demon Hunters, which I am, pride is the Saja Boys fan base. Come join the pride. If you ask the Bible, pride is generally considered a sin, particularly when it involves an excessive view of oneself and a disregard for God. It is often seen as one of the 7 deadly sins and is depicted as the root of other sins. Growing up in rural Imperial County, California, I was mostly familiar with this biblical definition of pride. I didn't know Pride was a festival for the queer community until I moved away to undergrad at San Diego State. I didn't know much of queer history because I didn't have access to it. But I dove into the LGBT student union at my college and began learning more. I learned about Stonewall, Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Rivera, and so much more about the first Pride was actually a riot. I found the positivity of being proud. Proud of myself, proud of those folks who came out before me, proud to create space for those coming out after me. And at the same time in my life, I wanted to live out the values Gary's reflection described about pride: identity, accomplishment, and effort. I began volunteering for San Diego Pride. I was part of the sign crew for several years. I rode in the parade when I was president of the LGBT group. I even announced the parade during my summer internship at a radio station. Then I spent a few years away from Pride because I was upset at how commercialized, capitalist, and pro-law enforcement it seemed to become instead. I would hold a Pride brunch with my friends, and we wear glitter beards and eyebrows. It was my way of glam protesting the establishment I saw happening. Is that still Pride? Yeah, I'd argue that's still Pride. Then tragedy struck. The Pulse nightclub shootings in June of 2016. That's the year I started going back to Pride because I wasn't going to let hate scare me from being loud and proud. That year, my friends and I marched with our UU congregation. I was there for those who couldn't be there, for their own safety, or couldn't be there yet because they weren't out and frightened. And that summer, I remembered that Pride embodies heaven on earth for the briefest weekends across cities that host them. Lots of glitter, kink spaces, drag shows, family areas, youth spaces, concerts, and pure joy and love. Everyone's welcome. There's even a marked off spot for protesters against Pride at the parades because Pride is for all. This was Pride. And while I was away learning all this, a significant shift happened in my hometown of El Centro. The Imperial Valley LGBT Resource Center opened in 2015, and that center was hosting Pride, also in October. When I moved back there during seminary, it made absolute sense to begin volunteering there because I wanted my rural community to know that slice of Pride heaven was for them too. However, I had a gut check when I met with their founding director, Rosa Diaz. While we won't get along with everyone we meet, I had an off-putting feeling about her. I don't know how else to say this without seeming mean, so I'm just going to name it and ask for your grace. Rosa felt it essential to tell me she's a non-practicing lesbian. Lots of unprocessed shame there. And even referred to trans folks as the transvestite community, all during my first conversation with her about wanting to get involved after moving back. My head sank at the thought of supporting someone who expressed these things. I had to wrap my heart around the idea that perhaps rural America needed someone who thought this way for an LGBT center to be viable there. Maybe I had become too liberal and progressive in my thinking for the space I had re-entered. But pride is for all, right? I kept reminding myself of this, so I opted to stay an arm's length distance and volunteered instead during significant events, pride, community meals, etc. Places where I could still show up and support without getting into the weeds of the bureaucracy of the LGBT Center. And then it happened. In December of 2024, the Imperial Valley LGBT Resource Center rebranded itself as the Donnelly Community Center. Why, you ask? Because the founder didn't want to support trans youth in seeking gender-affirming care. She felt that far-left progressive ideas had the LGB community dizzy and concerned. And this was her way of opening the space to the entire community and no longer having to center the LGBT community. All of this is happening right before the new administration takes office. Currently, the federal government is attacking our queer community outright. Agencies have been busy scrubbing photographic and written references about women, people of color, and members of the LGBTQ+ community from their websites. The U.S. Department of Transportation announced a nationwide roadway safety initiative, which is being utilized in requiring cities and states to remove rainbow-colored crosswalks. Supreme Court of the United States is hearing debate about conversion therapy bans violating the free speech rights of licensed counselors. The first challenge to same-sex marriage since the Supreme Court enshrined the right a decade ago comes before a very different mix of justices. And the ongoing strategic attack on the trans community that Reverend Christine shared with us last week. Historians warn that this kind of systematic attack and erasure has in the past come when governments strip rights from people, starting with the most marginalized groups. Instead of supporting the trans community at a time when it's needed most, my hometown's LGBT Center decided to obey in advance and undercut the most marginalized community within the queer community. That's just one example of what is happening in rural America. I kept in touch with friends I had made in my rural community. I was ready to live out my UU values of organizing and of reaching out about what was occurring, and feeling remorseful about not speaking up sooner when I saw the signs early. Thankfully, other LGBT centers responded by condemning the Imperial Valley LGBT Resource Center's actions. Others were paying attention and answering the call. In the months to come, the director was ousted by the organizing board members, and the wave of relief that came over my body at this news, the bliss of a wrong being corrected, is so liberating. Where was my pride? I didn't realize that the pride feeling had left my spirit while all of that was going on. I was missing my glitter heaven space because for a long moment, it had been erased. And folks in this administration are still actively erasing and attacking our queer community. Recognizing that this is a time when it's important we, as a people of faith, Show our support for pride in our communities, big and small, because pride is for all. And this is a lot. I know we're all overextended and exhausted from trying to survive these turbulent times. When I picture myself taking it all on alone, it's overwhelming. I don't even want to begin if I'm by myself taking it all on. But I know I'm not alone. I'm part of a larger community, sharing the heaviness of it all. Here at UUCP, I'm part of this community. I know I'm not taking it all on alone with you beside me. This is me telling you, you're not taking this all on alone either. You are not alone during this time. I got you. We got each other. At UUCP, our mission is to be a spiritual community for our times, theologically diverse, radically inclusive, justice-centered. Pride epitomizes the mission of our UU values during these dumpster fire times. This is why we decided to have 3 weeks of pride this year, beloveds, because it's needed now more than ever in our world. So I end where I began. What's pride? Pride is blessing one another in glitter. Pride is shining our light through the depths of despair and chaos that this administration is pursuing. Pride is centering and supporting our trans community right now, this day, this hour. Pride is being the church that showcases what heaven on earth looks like. Pride is our love coming alive outside of these walls and into the streets. Let us continue to celebrate pride in all these ways together, beloveds. We got us. Let it be so.
Thank you, Isaac. I've got a last song for you, everyone. It is by Chris Matthews. She actually has a whole new album out of songs that are fighting songs that are really, let's get out and organize, and I need to learn some of them for us. But this is a more dreamy song. It's called In This Rainbow. It's maybe about pride for all and what we want, what we expect of our congregation, of our country. And it's kind of a call and response. So when I sing, in this rainbow, you sing it back. In this rainbow. Or if I sing, in this rainbow, in this rainbow. Yeah, you got it. That's the whole thing. There's a color just for you in this rainbow. Oh, there's a color just for you in this rainbow. In this rainbow. We got red, orange, yellow. We got green and purple too. There's a color just for you in this rainbow. In this rainbow. We got black and we got brown in this rainbow. In this rainbow. We got black and we got brown in this rainbow. In this rainbow. You know we lift each other up. We don't tear each other down. We got black and we got brown in this rainbow. This rainbow. We got blue, pink, and white in this rainbow. This rainbow. We got blue, pink, and white in this rainbow. We're gonna side with love and fight. I'm gonna stand up for your rights. We got blue, pink, and white in this rainbow. In this rainbow. I hope you feel the love in this rainbow. In this rainbow. I hope you feel the love in this rainbow. In this rainbow. If you're gay, straight, or bi, if you're a trans girl or guy, If you're none of the above, I hope you still will feel the love. I hope you feel the love in this rainbow, There's a color just for you in this rainbow. There's a color just for you in this rainbow, We got red, orange, yellow, we got green and purple too. We got black and we got brown, we got white, pink and blue. There's a color just for you in this rainbow. I said there's a color just for you in this rainbow. There's a color just for you in this rainbow, Thanks all.
Thank you, Benji. After service ends, noon activities, including our children's ministry programming, or maybe not that, will be listed on the screen. Please join us for coffee hour with food and refreshments in our community space just across the patio. Isaac, please close our service.
Our closing words come from Unitarian Universalist Wayne Arneson, and he says, "Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down, there is another truth. You are not alone. Go in peace, go in love, and happy pride."